I'll keep this short and sweet, but you are living through the digital reset now. I've had a lot of calls with great folks all over the country, all over the world, just over the last couple of days. At islandprojectclub.com, I encourage you to get in. We can review your portfolio. I'll tell you exactly what to do, how to position, which cryptos to buy, how to set up a proper allocation, when to sell, what my picks are, what to expect in the future. We are breaking new all-time highs as we speak in Jesus Coin, and we're going much, much higher. I believe 100 million plus, and then a multi-billion dollar event that the world has never seen before. This will be bigger than Shiba Coin. This will be bigger, I believe, than Dogecoin. This will be bigger than Pepe the Frog. This is absolutely going to be the biggest thing that the world has ever witnessed. And the reason is Jesus Christ, the King, and God the Father and the Holy Spirit are using imperfect vessels like myself and millions of people around the world for his own plan, not our own. And we're seeing this every single day. It's absolutely an amazing sight to see. So I wanted to put a shout out to the Jesus community. Thank you for what you guys are doing. You're doing an amazing job. Crypto Church is going off 7 days a week now, completely decentralized, saving souls. I'm getting constant messages from people all over the world telling me that, hey, Christopher, you turned me on to Jesus Coin. Now I'm going to church. I bought a Bible. I'm tithing. I'm praying all the time. I'm working out. I'm giving up my addictions. I'm a much better person. So again, a lot of you might not get this yet, but we're changing the world through the most powerful name in history, and we're doing it through technology, through him. And so as we approach an 80% burn rate by December 25th, 2023, I'm expecting the token to skyrocket. Still early though. You still have time to get in, but you won't if you wait on the sidelines. But let's talk about what's going on with these digital dollars, because you're living through it now. They are resetting the system right now. And many of you have to understand that the elites don't have to drop a single BOMB to win the war. Okay, China doesn't even have to invade Taiwan to win the war. This is a technological AI war. This is the new war. Blockchain is the new war. That's why I fight every single day as a digital cowboy for freedom to provide solutions for people that are actually going to need it. Now, I've said this for years. What I'm expecting is capital controls to be declared in the United States by the President of the United States, likely Joe Biden, if he's in office at the time. And this is going to result in a cataclysm, an economic financial shock. See the chemtrail up there, right there? Yeah, they don't hide it anymore, do they? This is going to result in a cataclysm. We don't have those in Maui, by the way. A cataclysm, an economic financial shock that you've never seen in your entire life. You know, I tell people, even if you're not an alarmist, even if you don't believe me, there's two things that you can count on for the rest of your life. Massive hyperinflation, chemtrails like we're seeing right there today. I guess that's number 3. And the devaluation of your dollar, a de-dollarization, a collapse, an intended collapse of fiat currency. You have to understand that they've done this on purpose. Okay, this is how they steal from the middle class. This is how they steal from the average working individual. They make everything so expensive, from food to rents to housing, which continues to soar. In fact, many people, prognosticators, are counting on and actually prognosticating a triple in real estate prices, even from current values. And I actually think that's going to happen too, especially in USD terms. See, a lot of you don't understand this. Compared to a collapsing US dollar, fiat trash, cash is trash, housing always continues to soar because the currency is absolutely worthless by design. It's being printed into infinity by and from nothing ever since they took us off the gold standard. Now that we're in World War III, as they've opened up a biblical war in Israel, as we see the tragic events occurring with our friend Israel, and also what's occurring in Gaza, war crimes, I believe on both sides we're witnessing right now. You know, I think it's okay as Christians and as believers as Jesus to support Israel with our full faith and support, but not their politicians. You know, let me remind you, it was the politicians that hung Jesus. It was the politicians that didn't approve of Jesus' message. It was the politicians that crucified him. So just keep in mind that the politicians in any country oftentimes are very, very corrupt. Not everybody. So there's a difference there. But as this biblical war has opened up, as we saw another altercation in the South China Sea earlier today, China just put out an announcement. I mean, we're at war now. Okay, they just shoot away a giant U.S. warship. As most of American warships are now positioned in the Mediterranean, all of this is an act of war as they reset the system through physical conflict, proxy wars in Ukraine, new biblical wars in Israel. Now all sights are on Israel. I mean, guys, like, we're in end times now. Okay, it tells us in the Bible about Magog and Gog, and that it says, a lot of people interpret that both Russia and Persia, now Iran, will be attacking Israel. And this will include other countries, and every nation is going to attack Israel at once. And during this great war and conflict, there's going to be a figure, and this figure is going to be the Antichrist, and he's going to establish a 7-year peace deal. And along that way, all hell's going to break loose, okay, until Jesus Christ's imminent return. And so, you know, this is a spiritual war in addition to an economic global war. But what we need to talk about, what I titled the video today, is about what's going to happen to the dollar. So notice that they're taking out key players right now. They just took out CZ Binance, which I expected. This is actually a very bullish sign for crypto because it tells us that the regulators, the elites, and the cabal that really controls Washington, D.C., just like we saw them lock down the entire world in recent years and strip people of their rights and tell you couldn't go to church. Okay, these people now are taking out the competition, and they're taking out people, Chinese figures, like CZ, who was born in China, even though he later, I believe, took citizenship in Canada, and settled a deal with them. A $4.1, I think, billion deal, a plea deal. And so this is actually great news and also kind of bad news. It shows you that the elites are now going to consolidate the entire cryptocurrency Bitcoin space as they introduce the digital reset. These people are very, very powerful. We now have large financial institutions, of course, like BlackRock moving in, set to reveal their Bitcoin ETFs. They've also filed ETFs for Ethereum. We've seen a lot of positive legislation recently regarding Ripple, the company, and XRP, which I think is going to skyrocket. Again, there's only 3 blockchain technologies that have ever been discussed at these world meetings and events with the 3-letter names that we can't say, you know, because we're all so free here in America. And that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. And so we're in this moment of time where the real digital cowboys, okay, this is the digital 1776. The individuals like you, the great people out there, my believers, you followers out there, we're really building the life rafts and the digital Noah Ark into something that really could only be defined as Armageddon, that could only be defined as gross tyranny, as the weaponization of information. You know, I've talked about this. Notice that they introduced ChatGPT and AI right after the lockdowns. Well, they already had the technology before, but they introduced it at that very particular time and place for a reason. Because that's the next phase of the psychological operation for systematic control of people's minds. Okay, your mind and your human energy, and more important, your spiritual energy, is the most powerful thing that the elites want control of. That's why they spend countless dollars and so much time and energy and money weaponizing the mind to control the mind. And so AI, much of that is even an illusion itself. For example, the ouster and then rehiring of Sam Altman, that's all a part of the stage drama. That's all a part of the show. That's all a part of the theater. It's all lies and it's all an illusion. I mean, case in point, even an average mind can deduce that AI must not be that good because they still can't cure cancer. They can't cure male pattern baldness. They haven't solved poverty or hunger. They can't even go back to the friggin' moon. They literally haven't even been back to the moon yet, and they tell you they're going to colonize Mars and AI robots are going to improve your life. No, they're not. They're not going to improve your life. The technology is not as good as they say it is. If it was, they would have already, solved all these problems. It's either that or they're hiding the technology from you. It's one or the other. So I really believe as we enter the end of the year, you're really witnessing and living through the digital reset now. You're living through a hyperinflationary collapse where there's going to be no second chances to get your money into real assets. Again, I highly, highly encourage you, especially as you're preparing your portfolios towards the end of the year and you're getting ready to pivot, leverage, and profit. Do it with us at school. Do it at islandprojectclub.com simply by clicking the link below. I'll add it in a minute, or you can go right now, register for $1,500. It's a one-time fee, and I'll help you organize, not financial advice, your entire financial outlook approaching into 2024. In this mess and in all the chaos, there's actually a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity to make money. There's a lot of opportunity for freedom. And there's a lot of opportunity for digital cowboys and cowgirls like yourself. So I highly, highly encourage you to do that. But I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, there's not going to be any second chances here. You need to get into real assets. This includes real estate. This is why I built the Island Project, islandproject.com, the digital Noah's Ark, because we own real estate with no bank debt. We own the best real estate in Maui and Oahu that pays cash flows, large capital gains, and of course, I'm tokenizing very, very soon. I mean, if you think Jesus coin is incredible, pumping 50x, 25 million, soon to go to 100 million and a billion, well, wait and see what I do with the Island Project, because this is all a part of the digital ecosystem. This is all a part of the Ark. This is all a part of the faith-based economy and the Holy Trinity that we're designing for freedom lovers and people that want to seek a better life for themselves and their family. So you need to get into real assets. You know what the physicals are. Real estate. Islandproject.com is the best fractional ownership opportunity in the world that's also being tokenized. That essentially, I can't really say it's principal protection, but pretty much has principal protection, not financial advice. Because it's a real asset we deploy with no bank debt that you own, diversified, that's establishing flagships around the world. If you want to learn more about that, really, I'll just save it for the call. Book a call with me and I can go over it in addition to your portfolio. Also, of course, my father, John Greene, is a great resource at 808-442-2934. Make sure you roll over your IRAs and your retirement accounts now while you still can before the end of the year. Make these moves now. You know I like gold and silver. You also need to get into real digital property. Real digital property are things like Bitcoin. Okay, real digital energy is things like Ethereum. It's a platform which you can build smart apps on. A lot of people don't understand. Jesus coin itself is a derivative of the Ethereum blockchain. That's what makes it so powerful. And also, too, you're witnessing how powerful you are. The power of communities, of human interaction, of people. Again, this is why they want to control your minds. You actually have all the power. See, it's the people that are creating such virality and breaking records with things like Jesus coin. It's actually you tuning in. This is the power that you have. You see, a lot of you are just coming to realize this amazing power that you have. This is a gift from God. They don't want you to know these secrets. I've unlocked all these secrets a long time ago. I share with you all these secrets at school. How it's actually easy to make money. It's actually easy to get ahead. It's actually easy to be a digital cowboy. All you have to do is exit out of the system that is hurting you. I look at the government nowadays, I'm just speaking for myself. There's not a gosh darn thing, honestly, that they do for me. Nothing. I mean, maybe roads, maybe that's it. But, in good small towns like where I'm currently located, it's just private enterprise. There's a private fire department that we pay into every year, and that's better than the public service. So again, I mean, what has the government done for you lately? Nothing. It's excessive taxation. I mean, look at taxes, for example. They instituted taxes after the Civil War, which is why we fought the Revolutionary War. They tax you on a corporate level, and then they tax your income, and then whatever you have left over and you spend, they tax you with the sales tax and other taxes, okay? And then they tax you on your real estate property infinitely, even if you pay it off, so they tax you there. Then they tax you when you die. Like, again, this is the biggest racket you've ever seen in world history. And the reason why is they don't want you to have any power. They don't want you to have family legacy wealth. They don't want you outside of the system. Your best shot at getting outside of the system is by interacting, learning, investing in all these products and ideas and things I keep telling you about on a daily basis. There are people in Jesus Coin, for example, that invested 5K that are now, soon to be millionaires. There are people, there's one dude, and we've seen a crazy market the last 6 months since this was introduced. There's people that have made over $1 million on an $8,000 investment. There's one guy on Twitter that I just saw. He had a 5K investment and now it's worth 200,000. So again, you can't do that. The only reason you can do this now is because people like me have been alerting you to these opportunities that won't exist forever. You see, eventually governments they're gonna consolidate all of this. The way the government looks at it, they don't want people to have power. They want people to be controlled. They want people to obey. Okay, they want obedient non-thinkers. They want the illusion of freedom. They don't want people creating things. They don't want people, with new energy or new ideas. They want to stifle that. And see, this is the lie with AI. This is why they're selling AI and this deception right now, is they want you to think that all you need to rely on is artificial intelligence. No, that's far from the truth. They're only going to use artificial intelligence to control you. They're going to say, well, AI can do it better. AI can do this. They no longer need you. They're commoditizing human beings. But that's the greatest destroyer, and that's the greatest evil, and that's really the greatest deception that I could only call, Satan himself deceiving the general population. Again, they can't even go back to the moon, folks. They ain't going to send you to Mars. AI ain't that good. They can't cure cancer. Okay, they can't cure male pattern baldness. They can barely do basic operating surgeries. I saw this with my brother when he was diagnosed with bone cancer. They had no options for him at all. The only thing they could do is amputate. They had no other options. Their technology is crap. It absolutely sucks. Their food is poison. Their air is poison, like you just saw. Society is poison. Their schools are poison. They only introduce these schools and institutions to control your kids, to weaponize their minds. If you want to be free, you got to exit out of the system into the Wild West. I'm a part of the new generation. We're the digital cowboys. This is actually a term my father came up with. He just kind of labeled me that several years ago. He's like, man, Christopher, you're a digital cowboy. That's really what you are. You're just a cowboy. You're a digital cowboy. You're the new form of the revolution. That's what you are. I think that's a pretty good definition. My father knows me best. And that's true of you tuning in. So I want to encourage you that this network effect, this power that you have, you're already seeing how we're turning things into billions of dollars as a result of you, of your network effect, okay, of new ideas, like all the ideas I'm telling you about on a daily basis, and you're not going to have a lot of time to get into this stuff. So, I'm seeing a lot of FOMO right now, fear of missing out. People text me like, Christopher, can you hold the price? Dude, I'm not responsible. God's in charge here, guys. This is bigger than me, man. This is bigger than all of us. What you're witnessing is the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ himself using collective human beings and energy for his will. Whether or not you comply to Jesus or not, okay, or refuse him, he's going to get his way. He's going to use imperfect vessels for his glory. And this is what you need to understand. So, I was told by God several years ago as I was laying out our business plan for Island Project to build the digital Noah's Ark. And it's exactly what I've done. You're seeing how you're seeing it now. You're seeing all this manifest now. So I'll leave it here because I'm on vacation, spending time with family this week. I encourage you, because you're not going to get a second shot at this. Click the link below, islandprojectclub.com. That's islandprojectclub.com. Get in now and book a call with me, the Digital Cowboy. 15, 30 minutes, I'll tell you everything you need to know. Very concise, my decades of research and experience, everything I know about crypto, what crypto is to buy, when, how to do it safely, when you can think about selling, diversifying, how to allocate before the end of the year. We can talk about real estate, what we're doing with Island Project, and so much more. There's other picks too that I don't talk to the public about. My school only gets it first. That's another huge benefit of the club at islandprojectclub.com. You get all my videos and you get all my education and everything we're doing with like minds. with digital cowboys and digital cowgirls worldwide. I love you, but this is the digital reset. This is it. This is it. Again, capital controls are coming. Bank lockdowns are coming. I was reading, I think it was a Fortune or Forbes article earlier today on bail-ins, what that's going to look like when they just take your money out of the bank. There's going to be asset freezes. Like I said, even if you're not an alarmist, you can expect hyperinflation and more debt and a de-dollarization and a loss of your way of life. Because this is how they accomplish the mission. They've got to commoditize the American people, and they've got to make people poor and dependent. You see, I want you rich. I don't want BlackRock to be the only ballers out there. I want you to be the ballers. I want you to fight back peacefully. I want you in charge. I want you, in the digital version of 1776. That's what I stand for. I've been doing this, nearly almost, 20 years now. I saw this a long, long time ago. I saw all of it a long time ago. Bitcoin, crypto, blockchain, e-commerce, social media, the list goes on and on. I'm telling you, the next biggest thing is the tokenization of real world assets like we're doing with Island Project. Everybody's moving in. All the billionaires are moving in. They're actually fading me. They're fading Island Project. They're fading our members. They're fading the Jesus Coin community because this is an eruption of truth, light, liberty, winning that they can't stop. And keep this in mind, we all win. So get in now, act now, realize this is your last shot, right? Get your butt up on the horse while you still can before it's too late. A lot of people complain about their life. They, complain or they blame other people for their lack of success. No, you're responsible for that. So another thing I can help you with is mentorship, coaching, how to 1000x, how to change your mindset, how you have a mindset that's completely different from society, how you can excel and succeed in that. I'm living proof of it. Okay, and I'm not the only one. There's many people like me. You've seen them. They've become millionaires, billionaires. They're changing the world, and they're doing it through technology. This is the number one opportunity for you tuning in. islandprojectclub.com, link up here or down here. Book your call immediately today. God bless you. I'll keep you updated with a whole lot more content. Jesus Coin did break a new all-time high today. It's going much, much higher. 100 million plus is imminent. You're going to see the whole Jesus community raptured, and it's going to be a glorious, glorious, glorious sight. Then we're going higher because I told you this was always a top. I'll save it for the next video, but you don't have much more time, guys. So buy now. Click the link below and get in. I love you. Jesus is Lord.